Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. Here's Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. As you last know, we were here in Mirobel. We are still standing right here at the bridge, the little gateway portal up there that we need to run through to get to the next instance. Chapter 15, The Doom of the North, where we have to go in and try and stop Amarthiel from reforging Narchuil. As I said, we are here. We received a couple of new deeds while we were making our way down. Pull this up right here. As you see, there's the Reforging. We've received a couple of new deeds. You'll see far to the north up there on the left-hand side, Gwingris. Right in the middle of the map is Reforging, and then of course down the bottom left is Mirobel, where we are right now. And those three things have a lot to do with the ruins of Reforging. This is one of the deeds we've had. We've discovered 3 of the 6 ruins. The first one being Gwingris. The sprawling ruins of Gwingris were once a part of the elf realm of Reforging, until Reforging was razed by Sauron. Now Gwingris acts as the staging camp for Rivendell's forays against the White Hand. Okay. Reforging is there in the center of the map. The current encampment of Reforging was once a waypost central to the cities of Reforging in ages past. And of course down here at Mirobel. The forges at Mirobel were home to the smiths of the Great Rings who were deceived by Sauron in ages past. Mirobel was established to prevent anyone from recovering the lost ring lore of Reforging if it remains still. So that's that one. We also found one of the dens. Apparently there are 7 dens scattered about. We saw one, Sad Umbraval. You have discovered the roost of Crebain, known as Sad Umbraval. Okay. So we are about to go in over there. Like I said, it's nighttime, but as we went in, we saw it was kind of twilight when we went in before, even though it was broad daylight out here. So the nighttime is not going to affect anything too much. Ordinarily, I would wait around probably for just a little while to try to get it to daytime, but the time is set in there, so that's not going to change anything. Plus, we have a maintenance coming down in about 2 hours at 8 o'clock Eastern time, 2 hours from now for me. The servers are going to be brought down for maintenance for a few hours, and plus I'm going to have to be going to bed soon anyway. I will be at work for the next couple of days, so I'm going to try to fit in chapter 15 here before I have to go back to work. I think I've tried and pretty much accomplished to get quite a few episodes up this week. I think in the last 7 or 8 days I've gotten about 5 or 6 episodes up, and that has been good. I'm getting really pumped as we get closer to the end of book 14 and get started into book 15 here. Really looking forward to that. Okay. Oh, I talked about before about not realizing, before that you have to come down here. This was actually part of an event back in the past. I kind of vaguely remember it. It was so long ago. It happened in late 2008. Yeah, it happened sometime in 2008 is whenever book 14 and probably 15 got added to the game. And when book 14 got added, that's whenever they opened up Reforging down here. You still couldn't go into Moria yet because they hadn't released the Moria expansion, but Reforging actually got opened up. And one of the things that you had to do to open it was there was ring lore. In all the major cities and all around town and most of the major zones. For instance, I remember I was in my mid-40s then, and I was adventuring in Angmar. And right near, what was the name of the city? Oghair? I think Oghair in Angmar. I'll take a look while I'm talking. There was a representative of... Is it Oghair? It is. I remember the name of it right down here, Oghair. There was a representative right outside of town who was a representative of Rivendell, and you had to go around and you collected, as you killed things in the different zones, you collected pieces of ring lore. It was much like, for those of y'all who were here a couple of years ago, the Bounder's Bounty. Remember how I got the steed of Michael Delving? and where the big new and improved statue in the middle of Michael Delving came from, where you went around and you collected Bounders tokens, and you came and handed them in for rewards and stuff. That was the same way here. You collected ring lore, and your server had to collect 70,000 pieces of ring lore before the zone of Eregion here opened up for you. Because the whole thing was that you were trying to collect all this ring lore up and keep it from falling in the hands of Angmar, and keep Amarthiel from getting it. So, you know, for each server, the zones opened up at different times as people would hand in the ring lore. I remember grinding and everyone talking over here in the chat about trying to get the ring lore going, so we could get the server opened up and get this new zone going. Alright, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take our lantern out of our hand. We are going to throw our weapons back in. Let's see, which ones did we have? Was it the Blade of Caria? I'm wanting to say yes. I think that was the one that we had. Okay. So, now that we are fully rearmed here, we are going to go on into the town. Across the bridge and into the instance there. And let's get this chapter going.
Angmar has gathered all they need to kindle the forges of Eregion. The champions of Eriador must now travel to Mirobel and do whatever they must to foil the plans of Amarthiel.
I remember before it was broad daylight and it seemed so dark whenever I came in here because of the twilight. Now it's middle of the night out there and it seems so bright in here with the twilight. All goes to show your perceptions, doesn't it? Oh my God, there's Lairdan. Oh, I wonder if he is going to talk to us or whether he will join us, because I was really hoping to sneak and avoid all these battles along here. But if he actually joins us, I guarantee it's going to be your typical escort mission where he runs to every single damn camp on the way. A gravely wounded Lairdan lies at the base of the bridge. Let's see what he has to say.
What can I do for you?
I was a fool to be deceived so easily by Amarthiel, and it has led to this. There is hope, however, for she left me alive. Perhaps if she can be hindered from reforging Narchuil, Narmaleth may be reclaimed. Oh, you poor idiot. Haven't you learned yet? He is going to have to die. He's going to have to die in order to give up his hope and this fool rash thing that he keeps throwing us into danger, trying to bring Narmaleth back. To enter into Tharm Mirdan, you will need to defeat the Gorgoroth, who holds the keys to the forges. His name is Strock, and he is a mighty foe. Hurry, Gnarlo, there's little time to lose. Alright, there's a Gotharog, who's one of those trolls. We've seen them up there in Karn Doom. And he holds the key to the forges. Alright. Would it be a bad thing to say I'm kind of hoping that you might have passed on, let's say, mercy killing, as it were? But no, I know you've just passed out. Alright, let's see if we can get past all these orcs and stuff. One thing I'm also going to do, let me go in, I noticed a couple of places, even though I turned the music down last time, a couple of places the music is still high. Ah, reset. I had originally turned it down to about 25 here, and I'd turned combat sounds down to about 50. Apparently they got reset at some point. No wonder the music got kind of loud again in the last episode. Okay, we're just going to keep wandering. We're going to skirt right on past all of these. Our adventures here may force me to occasionally get into battle with things, but in the meantime, when I can use my professional abilities, I'm going to. Oh, looky here. Like I said, I've always enjoyed the zones and all. We're going to zoom in for a moment. Take the danger of having things walk in on us so that we can take a look around at the beautiful, beautiful architecture and all here. I love the Elven Ruins. I really, really do. Okay, let's see. Bet we can't get through that gate. Imagine we're going to have to go in through that way, but let's go up and see. We might be able to make it. Looks like a dead elf or a dead man or something here. Yep, a dead man lying there. Wonder if we'll be able to get it, or is the door locked? The gate is locked. We're missing the key. So let's go up through here, perhaps. Nope. That one has a piece of tower over it. So we are going to have to go around the long way. Easy enough. Y'all are in luck. I'm not quite as much of a talking mood as I was yesterday. So I imagine y'all are going to be very happy about that. Is there anything in here? There's Strock. There he is. He is the gatekeeper. He's the one that's got the key that we're going to have to use to get in, as you see, surrounded by the bodies. Okay. Let's run in. And as you see, this right here is what I've been, if you remember the Barrow Downs fight, I couldn't figure out why I kept, some fights I would attract the corpse candles, and others I wouldn't. I didn't know I had an area of effect. This right here will affect up to 3 targets in front of you in a 5-meter radius. So we have to be careful using that if we are trying not to get beat on. Good, more bodies for the pile. Let's hope you have more fight in you than Saruman's trash. Another very pretty model there. Another nice inspiration bonus. He's going to heal himself a bit, but as long as he doesn't summon in a few dozen reinforcements, I think we're going to be okay. Whoa, let's see if we can counter that. Not quite quick enough. Battle is going well. And our area of effect will be back up here in just a moment. That I'm going to have to remember. There we go. Let's try that one again. He's got a few heals up his sleeve, but all in all, I don't think it's going to be bad. As you see, he hasn't even, barely even scratched us. We haven't lost any of our power, in fact. We've been spamming all the keys here like we're doing. Spamming all the attacks. Now it's just a matter of keep taking them down. I think I'll go ahead and use the evade again as well. I need to check whether one of those critical hit there is a area effect as well. I think that one to the far right might be. That would be good to know when I can and cannot use that, if I don't want to attract unwanted ads on me. Alright, Strock, you are about to go down, my friend. There he goes. New deed, the invaders of Tham Mirdan. I've felled the mistress. Yes, you have. New deed, ring lore of Eregion. We have now defeated Strock. Let's come back over here and we can look at that. Look at that deed right quick. deed bestowed, the Ring Lore of Eregion. This is what's been left over from it, because this is what we used to, whenever we were doing it. So you have to complete the deed. You have to find worn pages of Ring Lore, moldering pages, crumbling pages, fragile pages, brittle pages, and delicate pages. And you get increased faction with Rivendell, you get fidelity, and you get the title Lore Seeker, and some marks from it. Alright, we've gotten the Tham Mirdan key. That right there, that deed, is kind of the remnants. It's a remembrance of the Ring Lore quest, the Ring Lore server event that we used to have to do in order to open up this zone down here, like I was telling you. Now, I'll bet when we open this, it's probably going to pull the chief and the warrior and probably the defiler over there too. Interesting that he made that comment about Saruman's trash, defeating Saruman's trash. Ooh, there we go. Tham Mirdan is open and ready for us to enter, so let us go. I wonder if we can go in while we're in sneak, or whether it's going to break us out of it. Let's find out. Pale Folk Scavengers. Angmarum soldiers. Going to sneak once more. Wow. Glad we came out just in between the two scavengers, so that neither one of them saw. We've seen the Pale Folk up there in Angmar. Now, I can see that we're not going to be able to get through that gate there. I bet we're going to have to take down the soldier to get the key to the gate. But we're definitely not going to be able to take it down without attracting all those groups. So I wonder if we can take these guys out. Maybe a couple at a time. Let's take them out first. Okay, we just found a piece of torn Scholar's Journal. Ah, sorry, I thought that was a piece of Ring Lore we were finding. Just your typical Scholar's Journals. We'll pass that on to our Lore Master at some point. Okay, that one's down. I wonder if we can get this Hornblower over here. How dare you walk around with a Hobbit name? I'm gonna throw a rock at him, see if I can draw him over here. There we go. He summoned in an ally. That's fine. As long as he didn't bring in a whole kit and caboodle, we are okay. Oh, these green ones are going down fast, aren't they? It's amazing, his ally is a harder fighter than he is. It's like the old days of playing EverQuest, where if you were a shaman, high-level shaman, or a high-level necro. Alright, another deed. Scholars from Angmar. When you were a high-level shaman or a high-level necromancer, your pet was usually far, far better fighter and a far better warrior than you were. Okay, let's see. We've gotten several. We've gotten Scholars from Angmar. Defeat the Angmarum at the Forge of Tham Mirdan. 1 of 40. We've got the Ring Lore of Tham Mirdan, where we had to find the Torn Manual, the Aged Manual, the Dusty Manual, and the Rotten Manual. Pale Followers, where we have to kill... how many of the Pale Folk? 150 Pale Folk. And the Invaders, where we have to defeat Strock, and we're going to have to defeat Priestess Grain. Now this right here is probably the only one that we will probably complete this evening if we run into her again. All these others we won't be able to do because we're not going to run into nearly that many if we're lucky. But part of the reason for these is that these are instances down here. You know, a lot of the ones you got I know the Library of Tham Mirdan is down here, the library instance. There are, I think, a couple of other instances that take place down here. And the whole idea is that you've got this where you're able to come in and I'm hoping the soldier walks far enough out here that I can incapacitate him. Draw him to me. Let's hope this will stun him when I hit him. Hoping to take him on and then take out the two groups there. There, very good. I know eventually we're going to get into a group fight. I must warn the others. There you go, you dumbass. Alrighty. Alright. I said, not a big deal. We will take him out first, then we'll go get these archers off of us. That pesky little mosquito stinging arrows. But as I say, a lot of these deeds like that you are meant to do as you go along and do all the instances and stuff. They're not meant to be completed in one setting like this. It's as you come back in time and time again and complete the various fights in here. This right here is just a taste of it. Alright, we just heard your Angmaran priestess saying, "Have you not found your missing slave? It'll be your back that gets the lash if you don't find him." Apparently there's something nasty going on the other side. There's a priestess over there who is not at all happy. I wonder if that's Laerdan, who the missing slave is. Once again, let's remember not to use this one over here. I could actually take out these pale folk scavengers, couldn't I? Once again, do I actually attack them? I mean, they're not attacking me. And Lord, I would just go right through them. I'd kill them in a blow or two. I am going to let them be for now. Until they attack me, we're going to show pity. We're going to follow Bilbo's example, and we're going to show pity. We're not going to kill them whenever we easily could. Opening the next gate. Alright. I wonder if that's the priestess there that we've got to fight. Level 51. Have you found your missing slave? Whoops. Let's go back into sneak mode. It'll be your back that gets the lash if you don't find him. Alright, can we hit her with a rock? There we go. Let's fight her on by herself if we can. And there she goes to rally our forces again. Uh-oh. She's bringing that Gotharog. Whoops. That might not have been the best. I might could have held off fighting him. Okay, we're holding up pretty good there. No big problems. We are definitely holding out. Our burglar heal has kicked in a time or two. We're getting some dread, though. Getting quite a bit of dread now, in fact. That's not a good thing. Come on. I'm gonna go ahead and use the gift of Elrond there. Give me a little bit more hit points. Alright, the priestess has gone down, so she won't be healing anybody anymore. And she'll stop casting that dread. Let's see if we can take out the easier ones. Now that she's gone, notice I'm not taking nearly as much damage as I was before. I need to move that down. I can't quite get to it in time. Yes, I know I could use the keyboard, but there are just too many keys. And I'm an old dog. How are you going to teach me new tricks? I got to say, though, I am starting to learn the advantages to doing it in the secret world. So maybe one day you'll see me actually using the keyboard out here. Come on, champion, go down already. Hit you with that. See, when that blade flashes like that, I should have known that was an area effect, the way it comes out and it gets that wide arc of flashing there. Alright, he's about to go down. Alright, there we go. Now, of course, more scavengers about that we could attack if we want to, but once again, we're not going to do that. Alright, I see a dusty manual over here. Alright, we found the dusty manual of ring lore. Wonder if we missed any. We didn't miss any back yonder, did we? Let's hide up and take a look around this room. Make sure we didn't miss any ring lore manuals laying around anywhere.